39 minutes. Should be all right. The lights are very low. Let's put the lights up. Can you put the light up? Oh, damn, I just took a picture. Okay, I guess this will do. I guess this will do. Which one is better? Looking here or looking here? Okay, I'll be switching in and out, yeah, because I'll be switching in and out. Okay. All right, what's going on? What's going on? What's happening? You know what I mean? How's life doing? How you doing? I've been meaning to do this for a long time. It's been on and off. I'm like doing it, then not doing it, doing it, then not doing it. And I think I've just reached a place where I'm like, anywhere and everywhere and anytime. Why not? I got a lot to say. A lot. And I think it just comes down to always having that, because I feel like I receive things every single day, and I unlock things every single day and I share it with the people around me. But now it's time for me to really, share it with the world. And, whoever this goes out to, it was meant to go out to them. For those who don't get to see this, it wasn't meant for you maybe at that specific time. If you're watching this, whether it's 3 years later, or whether it's, like a week later, whatever later time that you're watching this is meant for you for that moment, I find that very exciting. It's almost like we have layers, it's when we can't figure out exactly why something has happened, like something has just happened. Like we're very easy and quick to speak about accidents, but miracles, fate, synchronicity, all these things is kind of brushed to the side sometimes, and I feel like we got to start looking at the light now. There's so much darkness going on. Like this is one thing that like kind of, gets me kind of, I basically don't really trust a lot of people. I mean, there's a lot of things that's happening and we're just kind of like nodding our heads like it's cool. You know what I mean? We're just like, yeah. No. What am I talking about? Okay. Like, let's say, for example, music and how devilish it's getting. Like, really, you know? And we're too quick to just support and jump into, artists that really love to flourish on demon imagery. Like that's not a thing. This is because there's a lot of things. Like humans are very confused. Humans are so confused. Like we are like, we think we know, you know what I mean? And then like right now, with all the knowledge that I have right now, to the extent of things, later on I'll be like, yo, I thought I had figured it out, but then there's always levels to this, and it's humbling. It's humbling. I believe we have to admit to that, We don't know everything, but we know something. Now, let's start, within the continuance of, that something into some things, and to, just unravel that. Because we seem to kind of like, there's a lot of things going on. Like, I have so much to talk about. Like, right now, there's no specific topic. I just want to talk. You know what I mean? I just want to just express. Pardon me there. Yeah, so to the extent of it, okay. Let's... Right, okay, so I started up with the extent of, devilish music. We don't really look into angels like that. Now, this is what I think, personally. We haven't yet figured out a system that we're all able to truly, yeah, accept within the aspect of energy. This is very, very, very important. We all feel energy. You know what I mean? We all feel it. When somebody's giving you a negative energy, you're able to feel that. Be like, this guy or this person is not giving me, any positive energy. You're able to feel when this person gave you this look, or etc. Like, you're just able to know if somebody's not really being as open as they should. You're able to feel it. You're able to. Okay, we're all able to. It's our foundation as human beings. So towards that, yes, we feel, etc. We tap into it. We don't exactly structure it. You know what I mean? We don't go, we feel. We just go, yeah, we feel. And that's cool, but it's killing us. Seriously. Hands down. Like, for real. We feel things, right? We feel things. And I feel like personally, I have gone through a journey where I am literally in a place where, I had to figure out life. I had to figure out why these things was happening to me, why I was feeling, just craziness. Like, it was just, I could feel if somebody's lying. I could feel if somebody's trying to say something but they're not really saying it. I could feel if somebody's not as open. I can feel when somebody just cuts. When you're having this, like, and somebody just wants to, just cut, and it's just like you don't feel like you have the space to just breathe and speak freely. You know what I mean? Like, somebody always, they're so, electric with it. And it's very interesting because this whole star sign aspect of things, like, it's mad. Like, my background is not astrology, and it's not the whole, looking at your birth chart and this and that. It's not that. It is Jesus Christ. It is Christianity. It is God. It is the Holy Spirit. It is what is spirit. You know what I mean? Like, it's literally. So from the extent of things, I've had my own journey to unravel this whole new form of adventure. And from that adventure, I've been able to literally find the different specifics on which a lot of us, specifically people that are born within the aspect of religion, we may be just putting to the side without completely understanding what it is. You know what I mean? That's already hit a lot of, like red signs, warning, blah, 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 blah. But I'm literally doing my calling. I'm doing what God has asked me to do. Okay? This is my calling. My calling is to speak my mind and to speak what God has inherited within me and the wisdom that God has poured within my mind for me to just flow within the aspect of words. And whatever happens, happens, but it's meant for you to explore. Okay? As you're watching this, it's meant for you to explore and to tap into things a different way. Okay? So it's real interesting, okay? The universe, the world, God, everything just works in a certain way. For those who are meant to see it will see. It's very interesting because everybody's really going to tap into it in a whole different way. But again, it's already hit that because it's like these topics are already kind of like spider webs, you know what I mean? But I want you to be in ground level, balanced. I want you to be in a place where you've not made up your choice on what this is. And you're just in a realm where you're listening and you're intrigued and you're considerable and you're open and you're not within decision making like, oh, this, oh, that. No, you're literally like, let's hear what he got to say. Just real chill. Yeah, so in the aspect of, all of these energies that you inherit once you are born, it's a very real thing. It's a very real thing because I've been able to for example, I've found out that I am an empath, you know, and I believe that everybody is an empath to a certain degree. Everybody is kind of like, it's kind of like when you go to school, you know, it's not for everybody. That's the truth. It's not like, it's not that school is not for everybody. It's the way that it's taught to you, like the methods, that is used is not for everybody. I'm really within the art form. So when I was in school, if I had to sit down, pen and jotter, I'm just there, I'll get real sleepy. I'm like, I'm trying to stay awake right now. But when we're in drama class, woo, I'm up. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm acting. I'm like, yeah, here's my lines. Ooh, yeah, character, personality, ooh, creativity, all that stuff. You know what I mean? I'm good. I'm in a good place. I'm just like, whew. But some people, their realm of reality is really isolated around the form of, pens and words, etc. The education system, you know what I mean? It's really around that, and they love it. They love it, and it's like, great, that's you. You know what I mean? It's not for everybody, just like how drama, etc., music, dance, etc. It's not for everyone to the extent of just wanting to do within the natural form of being. You know what I mean? We're all different. And I find that really exciting and beautiful. You know what I mean? There's something really exciting and beautiful about that, and I feel like we should all embrace it. But to the extent of, learning and everything, etc., it's all about bringing the difference towards what we all know, right? So right now, everything is just coming in. Okay, so empath. Finding out that I am an empath. Everybody is an empath. We're all able to feel energy to a certain extent. Boom, that's it. Back to the school system. So everybody is in a realm of reality where they're in their, place, right? So for me personally, I'm doing what I love. So to the extent of things, it's not within the actual, systematic, like in the aspect of this is what you have to do to then get to it. It's literally your art form. Boom. That's it. That's it. There is no, I'm going to the store and get a particular type of juice. Nah, it's just, I'm going to the store, you know what I mean? I'm getting myself some juice, however way I feel, you know what I mean? Just how I feel that day. It's really like that. So it's very different, In the aspect of empaths, I feel like it's the same. Some people are super sensitive with energy, super like so sensitive. Whereas, like I'm like that, I am like that. It's really hard for me to like be in an argument, and I hate, I don't even like saying the word hate, but it's really uncomfortable for me to be in a place where I'm having to, bring up my levels to then feel like I'm putting my point across, I'm like, blah, 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 blah. It's just like, yeah. So it's very interesting. It's very interesting. So in the extent of things, there's a lot of confusion around the aspect of what we actually feel, and we haven't been able to actually structure it to a certain extent. Now, the only reason why I'm making this video to the extent of the way that I'm making it is because everybody has their own fabric, right? You have your own fabric, and the people that you speak to and the people that you share to, whether it's just on your timeline or specifically to a certain being, it like the people that are already doing it to the extent of it, because I watch people and they inspire me and they keep me going, but not a lot of people do that. So I feel like me doing this is me opening up a realm for others who aren't really into this side of things, who don't go out of their way, but have me within their friend list. Boom, it's just here, just watch it, just here. It's just one of those things where, You watch to buy, to pass time. You know what I mean? Or you can take out a note, whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? We out here. Yes. So, in the extent of, an empath, that is what I feel. I feel like we all can feel. Some can just really feel to the extent. You know what I mean? And for me, I'm extremely sensitive when it comes to energy. Extremely sensitive when it comes to energy. So that's why when I have conversations with people, I have a storm of an energy. You know what I mean? Like if we're speaking about something and it's about you, I'm secondary. I'm like, I only come in if there's a story that I need to, but really I want to get to know you. You know what I mean? Like that is what I'm born to do. I feel like I am here on earth to help the consciousness, within this realm of reality. Because the truth is, not everybody thinks like this. The truth is, not everybody wants to think like this. And not everybody even believes that there's this form of thinking. You know what I mean? It's just lying around and we're just walking like it's, happening, not happening, maybe, I don't know, you tell me kind of thing, and it's like, it's very real. It's very real. It's very real. I'm so excited just because I'm able to like speak freely and just like let the water fall. You know what I'm saying? Let the waterfall fall. Let the waterfall fall. It's gonna be my new thing. I think I'm gonna start saying that. Let the waterfall fall. Let the waterfall drizzle. Okay, I'm gonna stop with that. Okay, cool. Back into it. So, in the extent of things, boom, we feel energy. Zoom, I am here. Boom, improvement. Zoom, we are here. We're pushing forward. Yes. Now, humans. One of my issues, I guess, or confusions that I personally have, but at the same time, I'm just in a place where, like, it took me a long time. There's layers to this. So it's not like I just woke up and I was like, oh, it makes sense, right? It wasn't like that. It's more in a sense of, this is what needs to happen, and I'm going to go out of my way to help that happen. You can't just wait for the world to change. You have to be the change. I remember seeing this picture. It was like a bunch of people, like one person shouting out, "Do you want change?" And everybody's like, "Yeah!" And then it's like, "Okay, are you willing to change yourself first?" And everybody's like, and that was it. That was it. That was the end of that picture. I was like, nobody responded on the second phase. They were like, what did he say? He said, change yourself? I ain't trying to change me right now. I'm trying to see the change so I can change me. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is the first? Are we all really doing this? Okay? Is it for real? Okay, because if it's for real, then you know what I mean. Like, I can get into it. You know what I mean. If the next neighbor is doing it, but really I'm waiting for the world to be really doing it so I can be, you know what I mean. So that's what I kind of felt like I got from that picture, right? Like everybody was just like, what, me? Because I remember when I made the decision, that I want to be an example for humanity. That is such a tough one. Like, it took me a while. Like, I want to be an example for you. So in other words, I want people to come to me and to be like, Levon, this is what you need to do. Like you hurt me by saying this, or you done that, because I'm not perfect. So at the end of it, if we could all just help each other be better, then we will all be better. Right? Now, not everybody wants to be helped. Not everybody likes hearing their wrongs, to the extent of things. And a lot of people don't really know how to put it across. There's so much like viruses in our systems, for us to just instantly be able to be like, oh yeah, cool, we're on it. Let's do it. Let's do it. You know what I mean? It's too much. So to the extent of things, this is what I see. Okay. So we know what right is and we know what left is, right? Left. Okay, cool. So we know what up is and we know what down is. Up, down. Okay, cool. We know what red is, we know what blue is, right? Okay, cool. No, I'm going somewhere with this. We know what a dog and a cat is, right? Okay, cool. All right. We know what things are, right? And we don't have to argue about it. Key word, right? We do not have to argue about it. Why? Because we already know what it is. Now, to the extent of things, we're also adults, right? And if you're not an adult, this is another thing. Just because you're young doesn't mean you don't know anything. Okay? There's been so many times, especially when I was younger, so many times when an older person would ask my age, and I would tell them, this is, let's say when I'm like either 15 or like 16, 17, 18. Let's say around there, right? And they ask me for my age, and I tell them, whether it's 16, 17, and they're like, oh, you're just a baba. Oh my God. That right there. Okay, let me explain what that is basically, right? You do this. That's what you're doing. You don't know it, right? If you know it and you're doing it, that's just not nice, isn't it? That's just not nice. Like, why would you want to feel superior in any form of way? So, in the extent of things, feeling like this is not a good feeling, right? It's just, so for me, I've made it my long mission to not do that to anybody that's younger than me. If I'm having to give them an example of growth, I will give them an example because I know that it needs experience. When you get to a certain age, you will experience this, but not speaking in a form where I'm like, oh, you got a long way to go. That whole system of doing things it's so like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like we should embrace our differences, know our status, but embrace our differences, Because it's just, yeah. That was a personal thing, but I'm going to bring it up. I'm sure it may relate to some people. Let's elevate each other, because when I was younger, I was way ahead of my age. I was teaching people older than me, in class. So it doesn't matter how old, it really doesn't. It really doesn't. You could be a baby and you can still learn from a baby, like something had happened tragic, or I don't know, let's say somebody falls over and, everybody's like, oh, you okay? The baby's like, laughing. And then, whoever it is that was going to feel pain, now they're laughing. And then everybody else is laughing. And it's just hilarious. It's like you can always learn. So, yeah, for those who belittle kind of like people that are younger than you, please stop. Stop it. Stop. It's not nice. Okay? They don't like it. I used to not like it. And I'm sure, I'm not in some old age, so there will be times where people would still give me that, but to the extent of it, I'm an old soul, so it's like I feel like, it's weird. Never mind that. Let's put that to the side. That's a whole nother video. That's a whole nother situation. Okay, so towards the aspect of, just us humans, right? So non-argument, right? Non-argument. Okay. We're tapping into it, right? I had to have a little interval with that, What's going to be happening is I'm going to be speaking about things, and certain times I'll be coming out to then come back to to the main lane. You know what I mean? But even though this is just expressive, let's have a good time. Okay, cool. So if I'm sitting down here and you're sitting there, we've already clarified that we know what blue and red is. Left and right, up and down, right? Right. We know what a face is. We know what hands are, right? Right. We know what hands are. Woo! We know what hands are, right? We know what ears are, right? We just know a lot of things. We know, okay? We know. Cool, we know. I cool. Why do we argue? Why do we argue? Why do we argue to the point where we might not even end up speaking to one another after that argument? I'm just saying. Now, okay, cool. Let's get into some, usernames. So somebody might say, well, this person wasn't seeing my point. And so they were talking over me as I was talking. Or that person may say, I don't care what you're saying. You're clearly wrong. Boom. Right? Or somebody else is very aggressive towards what they're saying to the point where it intimidates the other person. So they're in the realm of reality where it's like, I don't even want to be in this. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of things that could happen towards arguments and stuff that I'm just like, why is that even the case? This is what I mean by that. Because even me saying this is even hard. Like when I'm in it, I'm having to always remember, and breathe. And just be like, I love humans. Humans are loved. Humans are great. I love human beings. You are amazing. I love you. I love you. You know what I mean? I'm having to continuously remember who you are again, because it's very easy to forget who this person is. Whoever it is that you're arguing with. It could be a close family member. It could be a close friend. Whoever it is. You could forget their whole status for a second and just be like, wait, what? Nah, wait, hold on, nah. And just get into it. You know what I mean? So it's breathing. That's why in anger management, they tell you to breathe. I don't know. I've not been to an anger management place. I'm just saying. I've heard about this. You know what I'm saying? I've heard, a lot of people that, get to those places, they go, just breathe in. You don't even have to know about this to know that breathing just relaxes you, So just in case people are like, yeah. So in the extent of things, I'm having to really understand that form of thinking and getting into things, right? So, okay. Let's say this is a scenario between two people that know each other. Okay, you guys are very close. I know you, you know me. Why do we have to raise our voice? Why do we have to raise our voice? Why can't we just be like, yo, we're in it to find the truth. You know what I mean? Like it's literally like we're in it to find the truth. Why are we coming in the middle? Why am I not going over here or over here? This is the center. I'm placing what I have in the center. You're placing what you have in the center. And what we're both doing is we're looking at the center and we're elevating it, no matter whether it's you saying it or I'm saying it, because we're both considerable. We're both considerate towards our words and what we say to each other. Because our care for this scenario and this situation is what's going to get us above and not keep us under. Because when you're under, you're suffocating, okay? You're in deep sea. You're having to swim. You know what I mean? Like all of a sudden, it's like, whoa, why can't we just be on land looking at the sun, at the Bahamas, drinking some pineapple juice? Why not? I'm just saying, we don't have to come at it like, yo, you got your crew, I got my crew, let's go. We don't have to do that. You know what I mean? Let's just sit down know that I got love for you, and I know that you got love for me. And let's not even like even debates. I get it. I get it. There's a sense of health towards it. But the approach is everything. That's what we're forgetting. Your approach. Within debates, you don't have to be right. That's the thing. In debates, you don't have to be right. You can just be very tactical. You're just using tactics and analyzing the situations and, like some people don't feel like they have to be right. And even though they may know that they're wrong, they just want to debate for the sake of debating. That's unhealthy. Yeah. Uh-huh. It's so crazy. Like sometimes I just wake up and I'm like, human beings. Step by step. That's all it takes. Step by step. We got to slowly. We don't have to shout. We don't have to shout. And when I say shout, I don't mean like just shout for the sake of shout. I mean shout with accusing, pointing fingers, all that. You don't have to do that. You can, come at it openly in a way where it's understanding and it's kind. Like we're beings also. Your being is your spiritual side, because your human flesh is physical. So what flesh is used to is it's straight up. It's just, kind of like a cheetah just going for it. But the spirit is where are we going? Where are we going? If the cheetah's going quick, the mindset, the spirit, the being, when you let go from your physical form and you go to your being and you go, wait a minute, and you actually bring it back to the foundation, like all the way, like all the way, you're in a place where you're having to sit back and not feel like you have to force anything towards you and towards that person. You're just in a place of understanding, overstanding. You're in a place where you're receiving and you're also giving at the same time. Why? Because we're in it to win it. That's why. Like, why not? If we're not in it to win it, tell me now. This is the thing. This is what I say to everybody close to me. If we're not, like, if this is not real, like, if you're going to be coming at me on some other stuff, then I'm going to need you to let me know